Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. A great way to end the week. Got a big show lined up and really interesting stuff. Got a famous Friday fishing forecast. We're going to give away some seafood today. But first, let's get started with our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and 77. High today, 89, low 77. But again, like I said yesterday, this water temperature is 88 degrees, really warm. Let's take a look at our river readings. We're going to take a look at them because the same as they were yesterday. Not much movement for this weekend. If you're going freshwater fishing, it's going to be in good shape. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. We're getting a little bit of movement today. We're looking at a high tide at 4:40 this morning and a low tide at 4:17 this afternoon. So a little bit of movement, but tomorrow is going to be a really good morning tide. So plan to get on out and do some inshore fishing tomorrow if you can. Let's take a look at our fishing game forecast brought to us by Mark Coward of Counts Realty. Our 2 times a day is 6:55 to 8:55, and this evening at 7:21 to 9:21. So we've got those two-hour blocks there, and a lot of activity should be going on. We've got about a 60% chance of rain, so be aware of the weather. Always keep an eye on the weather when you go into any of the outdoor activities. All right, let's take our first break and come back with our special guest. Welcome back and welcome to our guest, Chase Smith.
Good to see you again, Coach Chester.
Listen, Chase has been on here before. One of our former students at Moser High School, our quarterback back in 2010.
2010.
And he was also a student of the month. I know you don't remember, he was one of our students of the month, and this is back when we had a studio down on Harrison Avenue because I had to give you new directions. So
yes, sir.
Welcome back, buddy.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back.
You're looking good and all, and you're a student now at the University of Florida.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit. Let's go way back. Tell us about your grandparents and your mom, dad, and all that.
Okay.
Like we did last time, if you remember.
All right. So my grandparents are both from the Panhandle. My mom's side of the family is from Marianna, Florida. My dad's side is from Bonifay, Florida. And we have been in Panama City now my parents been here for almost 15 years.
Okay. All right, and everybody's doing well, and I know your grandparents are getting on up in age, but we're doing good to have them still around. And I know you loved outdoors all along.
Yes, sir.
I remember that when you took outdoor ed. And let's regress now. You went to Millsaps College and played a little bit of ball there,
yes,
and then
sir.
Transferred to the University of Florida.
Yes, sir.
But now you've been working for the FWC.
Yes, the past 2 summers I've been very fortunate to be able to work for the FWC, and this summer I got on the black bear abundance study across the whole Panhandle, and that's really what I wanted to get into.
This has been fascinating. I've been keeping up with them some on Facebook, and so I know sort of what it's been doing. But tell us about the college you're in at the University of Florida.
Yeah, I'm in the Wildlife Ecology and Conservation Department at the University of Florida, and it's a great major. We really get a chance to learn a lot about Florida ecosystems and wildlife and conserving for future generations.
You regular viewers may remember, but a while back, a couple of summers ago, I was down in that area and I stopped by there because that's my alma mater. I just walked on the campus and I saw that about the old student union. And I just walked in there and introduced myself and did some interviews with one of the professors there, and it was really, I was fascinated with the program. The guy said he had people who really had a passion for the outdoors, and you fit right in.
Yes, sir.
How do you like it down there?
I really love it at the University of Florida. I don't want to leave anytime soon.
Nobody wants to leave college. I mean, it's too much fun.
Yeah.
Well, look, you going, this is where we got a little break right here before we start back to school, and what are you going tomorrow or Saturday to, tell us about that trip.
On Saturday, I'm going back down to Gainesville, and then after that, I am headed to Orlando to go on a gator hunt. I did draw some gator tags, so
that'll be
I'm
fun.
very excited.
All right, listen, you going with some buddies?
I'm going with some friends from University of Florida.
That'd be a fun hunt. So you got the right tag then.
I got it.
All right, so now, how did you get, this is your second summer working with FWC.
Yes, sir.
On the bear abundance. Of course, that's been over the news and all because we do have an abundance of bears according to a lot of folks, but you've been able to do it from scientific studies.
Yes, sir.
And that's what's been fascinating and all, and we're going to. I got one picture here. We want to show you this picture. Tell us about this picture you sent me. This is funny, right?
This was a good one. So this is one of our hair snares that we have set up, and it was actually really funny. I had 2 yearlings coming in, and this one's actually balancing himself on a limb that he later broke the next week to get we hang 2 donuts in that green bag.
Okay,
and,
I don't know if you can see it. Right
yeah.
about 2 foot and down in front of that is a bag. And what do y'all use for bait?
We use either raspberry-filled donuts or glazed donuts.
That sounds good to me. I'd go hang on a limb to get one of those. So this is funny, and we call it hair snares, okay?
Yeah.
And tell the folks, because I know at the bottom you can see the picture. You can see is it barbed wire?
Yes, barbed wire.
Okay, so tell us how that works.
So what we try to do is the bottom wire is around knee height of an average sized bear, and then the top is at shoulder height of an average sized bear. And the goal is to have the bear go in between, under, or over the barbed wire, and we actually get a hair pull from the bear, and we're able to use genetics to see how many bears that we've been having coming to a specific area over.
They each one have their own DNA.
Each one has their own DNA.
So you have a I guess with technology the way it is now, you can sort of do it from the field almost, or do you take them all in?
We have to take them all in, and then we send them off to a lab in Montana, actually. So.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So y'all have like a data bank of all kind of bears and all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So now, y'all, how long has FWC been doing this kind of study?
This is the 2nd year of the 2-year study for the entire state of Florida. They did this study also 10 years ago for 3 years.
Okay. So they can compare it.
That's the plan. We're going to compare these, the 2 studies, and we'll see how much growth there's been.
It's the same, I guess. Are y'all doing it in the same areas?
We're doing it in the same areas. We're doing it a little bit different this time. We're covering a bigger area, and we're hoping to get more accurate results.
Now, what made them decide on donuts as a
all I can say is they work real well.
I thought some of my law enforcement friends might have had something to do with that, but just kidding, Tom Hedges, just kidding. But how often do y'all check them?
We check them once a week. We have to check them on each day, the same day each week, and that way it's very systematic, and we can get more accurate results and know how many bears are coming a week.
Do y'all like each week you check it? Do you clean it out? I mean, you try to get everything cleaned out, and also the next time it'll be different hairs coming in. Or is that
exactly? We take the samples and we actually tell which barb, what side they're on, and then we will burn the barbs where the hair's been, so we don't get any mixed hairs with
so you burn
other
them.
bears. Yep.
Didn't know that. Now we got a little video coming up, but one of the things that's fascinating to me, the bears in general. They're fairly intelligent, aren't they?
They are very intelligent. Very, very intelligent.
What have you learned about their intelligence?
Well, I can tell you that they like to avoid barbed wire as soon as they go in one time, because I've seen some interesting videos of climbing trees and getting in without getting hair pulls, and they're really smart. They learn real quick, and
they know where the food is.
They know exactly where it is,
and that's why a lot of the human encounters have been because we left trash out, and they know that's food, and it's easy to get.
That's the biggest problem when people are having a bear problem. It's normally because their trash is very accessible, and it's just a free meal.
Exactly, and we'd probably do the same thing instead of having to stay in the woods and try to catch a rat or something.
Yeah.
What is there normally? What are they going to feed on a Florida black bear?
80% of a Florida black bear's diet is actually fruits and seeds and palmetto berries.
Palmetto berries.
Yep. And then blackberries and star blueberries are also in their diet. And then during the fall, they'll also eat acorns, a lot of acorns, very acorn heavy. And then 15% is actually insects.
Really?
So they'll eat ants and termites and stuff like that. And then the rest of the 5% is meat, which is normally just if something walks right in front of their face. They're more interested in getting their fruits and their insects and stuff like that.
And bears in general, they're not aggressive creatures.
They're not. No, they're actually very skittish. They're very skittish. The only way, once we get these human problems where the bears are coming into people's yards or their trash, they can get kind of protective. That's why it's important to lock your trash up. make sure they can't get to it.
But the female is going to be very defensive of her cubs.
They will. They're
going to protect them.
The big thing with a black bear is if you see one, do not run. Stand your ground, and you want to make the loudest noise as possible. If you see one in your yard, make sure that you can bang some pot and pans, air horns. I know my family keeps air horns.
Good idea.
So, yeah.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break. Be right back with Chase Smith. All right, welcome back. Here with Chase Smith, senior at the University of Florida Wildlife and Conservation Department, and also working part-time for the FWC in the summer, and outdoor ed alumni from Mosley High School.
Yes, sir.
Former quarterback. Did you join that class?
Yeah, I love that class. That's a great class.
Okay, I just love to see our former students do stuff like this, right up our alley and all. Now we got this video, and this is really good. So we're going to, it's a short video, what, 15, 20 seconds?
15 seconds.
It's, those donuts are hanging, and Chase made a good point. If you've been eating palmetto berries all winter, you get those donuts in the summer, you're going to jump
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let's roll this video and tell us what's going on.
So this is one of our snares on Eglin Air Force Base. This is probably a average sized male bear, somewhere around the 300-pound range, and it's just interesting to see how they react when they come into these snares, and you can tell that they know where the food is, and he's gonna get up to these donuts.
Look at there. Oh man. Oh yeah, that tastes good.
Yeah.
Let me get another dozen. All right. That is good. That's good stuff there. I guess you run across all kinds of interesting things. You brought up a point too. I guess the biggest population of bears is
Ocala National Forest.
Ocala National Forest, but in the Panhandle, where would it be?
Apalachicola National Forest area. Yeah. That would include Tate's Hell and over towards Panama City. We include that into one single population.
Okay, and then y'all go all the way over to Eglin?
We do. Eglin's a different set of bears.
Do we have different strains of bears?
They're the same subspecies. They're Floridanus. It's Ursus americanus floridanus is their scientific name.
Okay.
There are actually 8 different genetically subpopulations. You can tell them from their genetics. I actually did a project looking at genetic structure across the state.
Wow.
And there's 8 different subpopulations, which is different. So yeah, it's
okay. So now, what about way over in the Pensacola, Escambia area? Any bears in that area?
They may be moving around through there. There's some bears in lower Alabama towards Mobile. The Mobile River Basin has some, but Eglin's about as far west as we have an established bear population.
Okay, that's good. So now we do know they can swim a river and swim a bay and whatever.
Oh yes,
they will.
They
swim well.
They do swim well.
Okay, and when you study them and all, what's the average lifespan of a bear?
Well, it really depends. They actually got a roadkill this year from a bear that they had tagged 20 years ago.
No kidding.
So it depends. Normally their generation time's around 3 to 4 years. That would be when they first breed, and then they can live anywhere from 10 to 15 is normally the average, but obviously they can get older than that.
Okay, tell us some other things you've learned. Just when you decided to go to the department, you studied all kinds of other things too, right? Other than just bears.
I did.
I didn't want to get off on it, but we mainly want to concentrate on bears. What are some other quick things that you might have learned down there in Florida?
You learn a lot about different Florida ecosystems and wetlands and the importance of water recharge. I've learned a lot about different wildlife that I personally didn't know. Endemic species are only found in Florida. We have actually the most species of any state that are endemic to our state. Mm-hmm. So it's a very, very interesting state. We have a subtropical peninsula.
Mm-hmm. It is an amazing area, the whole state of Florida.
It is.
And then the Panhandle in itself is just a separate place as far as just
the Panhandle is very separate. It's almost like we have 2 completely different parts of the state.
And we talk about there's probably one of the few places in America you could do a daily outdoor TV show because they have so many different things to talk about.
Exactly.
And I guess I know the guy when I talked to at the University of Florida, the professor, he was just fascinated with the area up here, and because he wanted to study the Apalachicola River system and all that. So it's been a good 2 years. Now, are you going on, when you're getting ready, you got one more semester?
I have one more semester till I get my bachelor's.
Bachelor's, then what are you going to do?
Hopefully I'm starting a master's project. I'm going to be looking at connectivity between Apalachicola National Forest and Eglin Air Force Base, which will be right around this area. I've always wanted to come back here and do a study.
So you're talking about connectivity, the animals being able to go back and forth with each other?
From my last project, I saw that there was no movement. So I don't know if that's changed in 10 years. So I want to take a deeper look at it and figure out where the bears are coming from.
And it's fascinating we have such two huge areas too that they can be safe in Apalachicola and Eglin. I want to say safe, I mean they're not going to have that many predators and all.
Yeah, they have a lot of land. In Eglin it's almost 500,000 acres. And then there's a lot of conservation land, Tate's Hill, Apalachicola National Forest, Apalachicola WMA. They have a lot of area to roam, along with having a lot of private land to be able to be on.
Now, are they fairly nocturnal?
They are fairly nocturnal. I would be too if I was had black fur and it was 100 degrees outside.
They don't want to move much.
They are primarily nocturnal. During the day, they're normally laid up. They're very lazy. Another reason.
You mentioned them had 80% palmetto areas and nuts and all that. I was surprised that diet was that much.
Yes, it's real interesting and how big they can get from eating that diet.
Yeah. And now they don't really hibernate here in Florida.
They don't. They kind of will lay up for a little while, but normally they won't hibernate. It's very rare.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what's your long-term goals? Once you finish you get your master's, you got your bachelor's coming up, get your master's, and then what do you want to do long-term?
I mean, hopefully I can work with bears in the Panhandle.
Cool.
Would be the hope. Learn more about them.
Yeah.
Maybe a PhD or maybe just.
That would be good. You'll be a resident bear expert.
That's right.
Well, okay, and we got just a couple minutes left. In closing, what are some of the things that you've learned about bears that surprised you maybe over the years and all that?
Let me think about that one. The one thing was their diet is very different than any other bear species. One thing that I'd have to say, I'd really like to thank Walter McCown and Brian Scheich for giving me the opportunity to work with the bears. They have taught me a lot. I've been able to learn a lot about what habitat types they like, where they move, how they move.
Well, you've been in the field actually with them and all, and so I mean that beats the classroom, doesn't it?
It does. I really enjoy.
But it takes classroom, the foundation you learn in classroom to appreciate it. So it's been I know I've been keeping up with it and all, but I'm so glad that you got to go this route, and so glad you got to get into ecology and wildlife conservation.
Now that I'm out, I'm kind of glad to be out because it was a very hot summer.
I bet it was. Well, listen, we appreciate you coming on the show. Now you got to do a little bit of work before you leave. Now we've been talking about bears, and we got to let's turn our channel over to fishing. What's your favorite things outdoors, real quick?
I really love the turkey hunt.
Turkey hunt.
That's probably number one.
Ken Paramore.
Yeah.
You know Ken Paramore? He's setting up he's former guest here and setting up a turkey and Stan Kirkland Turkey Wildlife Federation here in Bay County. So if you come back here, you're going to join it.
Yeah.
And turkey hunt. What else?
I love the deer hunt. Unfortunately, I did not get the chance to go out in the Gulf this year. I really love the snapper and grouper fish.
You like it all, then?
I like it all. You can't find much outdoor activity I don't like.
All right. Talking about snapper, we're going to give away a red snapper from Talking Dog Seafood, but first we're going to give away a $20 gift certificate. I'm going to let Chase draw the names. You draw one card out here, Chase. So they'll be mad at you if you didn't draw their name. All right, first card is a $20 gift certificate. And the winner is...
Taylor Stanford, Lynn Hayden.
Taylor Stanford. Taylor, one of our former students.
Is he?
Yeah, sure is. All right, now that's 20. Good, Taylor. I know your wife's going to be tickled. She's going to get shrimp. All right, now this is a red snapper right here. And
Daryl Weeks, Greenhead.
Greenhead. All right, that's the two winners, and congratulations to that. I know y'all have a good time this week eating that seafood, red snapper and $20. Chase, thank you so much, buddy.
No problem.
And looking forward to seeing you again.
Yes, sir. I'll be on here hopefully soon.
That's great. And good luck on the gator hunt this weekend.
Yeah, thank you.
Send us a picture.
All right, we'll do.
All right. We're going to take a break, come back with a famous Friday fishing forecast. All right, welcome back and welcome to Famous Friday Fishing Forecast brought to us by Tarpon Rock Seafood. Let's hit freshwater first. It's been really good freshwater fishing. We've got our brim tournament in Weewall now next Saturday, so go ahead and get plans for that. Bass fishing has been excellent on the lakes and ponds, and brim fishing has been really good, along with the cat fishing and trout lining. It's all been good this past week. It's been a little hot during the middle of the day. Let's go to inshore fishing. Inshore fishing, let's start here locally here in West Bay. You just saw the pictures earlier in the show. Red fishing has been good. We've seen some good trout pictures this week. We've had some gator trout caught in West Bay and also in East Bay. You've seen the pictures here on Panhandle Outdoors. So if you're planning some stuff for the weekend, if you can use live bait, L-wise and all, live bait's going to be a lot better than anything else right now. But live bait fishing in West Bay and North Bay has been good. Tarpon, again, along the beach, tarpon is still the #1 targeted fish as far as fish being caught by people who just specialize in one thing. Again, pass fishing, if you get here in the pass, Spanish and all to slow down, but on outgoing tide, we talk about this often, outgoing tide, redfish will be good. The black drum bite is good around the bridge. Also, surf fishing has been a little slow. But mainly this week has been too rough to surf fish. It's really been blowing. But now, as soon as this surf calms down, I can promise you surf fishing is going to kick it up, because they really haven't been able to feed much because it's been so rough and all. So excellent fishing in the surf is what I'm predicting the next couple of weeks. It's going to be, and they try to use again some fresh bait and all. Crooked Island Sound, let's go to Mexico Beach. They got the big tournament coming up soon. Mexico Beach Artificial Reef Association, end of the month. So their big tournament's coming up. But now, what they're going to be targeting, king mackerel. We just got back from our trip. We're going to have the video now. Monday, the video will be from our sea quarter fishing trip in Carabel. Rough seas, but some good, decent catches. Nothing in the 40-pound category. First time they've never gotten in the 40-pound category because of rough seas and a full moon. This weekend should be a lot better. If this wind dies down, the offshore fishing should be good, but we just got to see what the wind does. Right now, that low pressure area has gotten out of here. Got to get out of here. Check the website for the rest of the fishing report. Thank y'all for watching Panhandle Outdoors this week. Do something good for your fellow man. Have a great day and a great weekend, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.